Morning. Morning, everybody. Hey, it's Tuesday morning. It's Conscious Coffee Day, right? It's Conscious Coffee Day. And yesterday I was off running around the state getting my daughter to state testing. I just realized that I didn't take off my earrings from last night. Isn't that silly? I don't know. All you ladies can probably understand that. I hate going to sleep with earrings, and I was so tired that I just fell asleep with all my jewelry on. So I guess I'll take it off right now. Or maybe I'll just keep it on. I don't know. Let's keep it on. Keep it on. I just got a little extra bling, I guess, for the morning. I'm actually not looking bad this morning, which is amazing. I'm like 2 sips in on my coffee. And I was sitting here, and number one, I was like, oh, should I go outside? And should I do my conscious coffee outside? Well, there is ice on the house across the street. So I'm not going to go outside and do conscious coffee. Forget that shit. Not going to happen. I had to go in and dig up a sweater, and it was just, I was like, no, that's not happening. And I'm really freezing. I'm freezing. So then I went, oh, I decorated my tree almost all the way. So see, there's my tree. It's coming along. It has some purple and some pink ornaments that my children still have to add because that's their favorite colors. So we're adding those tomorrow night to the tree. But yeah. So I sat here and I paused for a moment and I was thinking, what is the message of today's conscious coffee? What is the thing that God wants me to share? Because that's the way I roll, right? I roll by just kind of asking my coffee pot, what's the message? What's the message of today? What's the message that God wants me to share today? And I don't know. I really was drawing a blank, and then I heard. It's so interesting because I sit here and I'm like, what is the message? And I heard, listen, just go still and listen. And what I came out of that message with was the message of our heart, And our heart, and truly that's what I titled it, our heart will always lead us to opening, lead us to expansion, lead us to becoming more, receiving more, having more, doing more flow, more abundance, more love, more gratitude, more. And what a beautiful message actually this morning I think is, because the month of December coming out of November, where we're supposed to really focus in on gratitude for those who celebrate Thanksgiving, and even those who don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I do think that the fall kind of comes down to gratitude for the harvest, gratitude for the things that we've been blessed with, for the abundance through the year, to look back and, gratitude for the survival of the year, right? And then we move into Christmas, and what happens? We hear Christmas music, and all the Christmas music is about love and how cheery our hearts are and how bubbly we're supposed to be when loved ones are near to us and dear and all this different stuff. And it's a holly jolly experience that we're supposed to be having. In truth, many people, I think, I know, do not find December to be a holly jolly experience. It is a stressful time of the year. We really get frustrated because of the financial pressure that is added to our lives during this holiday season. We're trying to make everything right and perfect for our loved ones. So we're overdoing everything. We think that we have to fill our Christmas tree with, underneath with a million presents, and we have to buy the biggest and the best and give our children everything that they asked for, that they've asked Santa for, right? We need to just fulfill. I am far from that parent. I don't do that with my children. Even if I could spend $1 million on each kid, I wouldn't spend anything remotely close to that. I believe in experience. I believe in the opening of the heart. And the opening of the heart is really exactly what the holiday season is supposed to be about. And the funny thing is that is what our heart every single day is preaching to us, is trying to get us to experience, is expansion of our heart's energy, expansion of our love, expansion of our desire to experience and to open into love, to lean into love, to open into love, however you want to word this. It is all about love. And when we really, really get down to it, no matter what, you can say, oh, I'm listening to my heart. If you're not moving towards love, then you're not listening to your heart. Anything else is going to have you moving towards ego. It's not going to have you moving towards your heart and your soul, because heart will always take you into a space of opening and expansion and leaning into abundance, leaning into love, leaning into a more on receiving and a more on giving. So a true act of sharing, because sharing is just that. It is something where our gift to another is not a gift that you get underneath the tree necessarily. It is a gift that you can give with complete and total love and no desire to get something back. And in that gift of giving without the desire to get something back, you actually receive so much, because all of a sudden life starts to unfold and blossom and give to you more experiences of expansion, more experiences of love, more experiences of joy, more experiences for you to be grateful about, more experiences to really step into, where when we proceed in relationship in life through the desire to receive and to receive alone, and that's really what it is, the desire to receive alone, then we are doing things for the sheer act of getting and not sharing. So there is no two-way street. We stop the flow of energy and we're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give this to you because I need your approval. I need you to love me. I need to feel valued in some way. And the way I'm going to feel valued is this exchange, which is going to be me gifting you with this, and my ego wants the pat on the back. My ego wants this. My ego wants that. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. And it has nothing to really, truly do about how great your act of generosity might be, your act of love might be. It has everything about what you are receiving back. That is an ego place. It is not a place of heart, of soul. It is all about the ego receiving what the ego wants, which is that pat on the back in that instance, right? And that explanation there of that. But when we gift and we move into that heart space and we come at it from that heart space, now we're coming at it not from a place of need, not from a place of I'm going to give this to you just because I want that. I'm giving it to you because I want to step further into love. I want to step further into the experience of love, which is a true giving, a true sharing with no need for you to return anything at all. I'm doing it because it makes me feel fucking amazing right now, and it is making you feel fucking amazing too. It is a good thing on both sides. And this right here, this is it. I am coming at it from here, not from here, from here. So when I say feels fucking amazing, there are two feel goods, okay? There's the ego feel good and there's the heart and soul feel good. The ego feel good is like, I'm such a good person. I feel so amazing that I did that. Look at what a great person I am. I tithed this much money. I did this for so-and-so. I did that for so-and-so. Oh man, that person really needed help. So I went and I did this. That is the ego. And that is feeling good there. Now, when the heart feels good, it's not going to be like, I did this, okay? No, the heart is a sensation. The heart is a knowing, is a certainty. It is a sensation. The soul will just be You're going to feel like a drop down. You're going to feel this earthy, grainy just drop down in your body where you're so present in yourself, and there's so much warmth and love coming from your heart center that right there is just going to draw you in. And get this, there might be a little bit of pain because we're not used to operating from this, because our hearts are locked down really tight, okay? Our hearts are locked down really tight. We've all been wounded and scorned and hurt. So when we lean into that, what we experience is that pain of that heart, that shield that we have around our heart kind of breaking. So kind of expect some weepiness to flow from that, but that's a positive weepiness. It is that weeping of love, that expansion, and letting your light be seen. Okay, and it really is that letting your light be seen through your expression, but you're going to feel the warmth of your own light coming back to you and healing you and working on the situation. And it is not a, oh, I'm such a good person move. Okay, hold on. Drinking out of a skull cup in front of a Christmas tree. I just realized, I was like, that's probably a poor choice of cups for this morning. Sitting in front of a Christmas tree, drinking out of a skull cup. But I love skulls. So, and I love black and white. And there you have it. So that's what we got. Not to mention, I got home and my kitchen was clean, which was amazing. My kids actually listened to me. They cleaned the kitchen. I didn't walk into a mess because I looked at them and I said, it's fend for yourself night. Just don't leave the kitchen a mess. And I said, and don't touch my salmon. Don't touch my salmon. I'm cooking salmon tomorrow night. So I walked in there, and last night, and when I got home, I looked. But this morning, when I got up, I was like, dang, there's no coffee cups. There's a coffee cup. So they cleaned the kitchen, but they forgot to run the dishwasher. So I have to run the dishwasher in a little bit. I don't know why I'm telling you that, because I guess I'm raw and real, and I'm scattered in the morning, and that's part of conscious coffee, right? Just sharing and being raw and real and authentic. And there you go. My morning thought was, damn, I have to run the dishwasher. My kids did great, but they forgot the dishwasher, so I have one cup in my cabinet. We're supposed to be seeing right about now, there's supposed to be a little elf, not so little. My 13-year-old son is supposed to be coming down the stairs because he has school, but I don't hear any noise up there. And I went and I woke him up earlier, and he assured me that he was awake. I think he was lying to me. He probably went back to sleep, and then he's going to be pissed off because I didn't come back and get him. And I'm like, oh, well, that's your lesson, right? Much like the lessons of the heart, there you go. The lessons of the heart. And that is exactly, I mean, as I was thinking about this, sitting here, I was just thinking about different things that I experienced yesterday, because as that came in, I was looking at the things that I experienced yesterday, and I did a beautiful call with a female client of mine yesterday. And one of the things that she brought up, she might shoot me for saying this publicly, but I'm not mentioning names, right? But one of the things that she brought up, and I believe is really truly, it is a very common issue. And I know that I have been extremely guilty of it myself in the past. And that issue is that desire to help another in order to feel valued, in order to feel loved, in order to know that I'm worth something, in order to connect. We do these things to get that experience, and we then end up we do people pleasing. So we people please the crap out of ourselves to the point that we are exhausted by things, and we just keep giving and giving and giving, but we're not. The reason why we get exhausted is because we're not truly sharing. We're just expanding ourselves like a drain, right? So we're draining out all of our energy, and that is not expansion, but it feels like we're expanding out in love, right? Because we're going like that. And as we are dropping down and we're letting all of this down and we're giving of ourselves to the point of, oh my gosh, I feel so exhausted, I feel so drained, I feel so this, I feel so that. We just keep give. What are we really looking for? We're looking for the feeling of that to come back to us in some way of, you're amazing, you're valued, I love you, you do so much for me, like that. And the conversation I was having actually yesterday with another friend was kind of on that line too, and that the topic there was just that to give to that point where there is nothing more of you to give. And how does that happen? And it happens, again, it is ego-based giving. And the ego will make it where we have absolutely no borders, no boundaries, no ability to say no. And then we get caught up in, well, I can't say no to that person. I can't say no to you because I want to feel the love. I want to feel the connection. I want to know that I'm valuable. So I can't say no. I have to say yes. And the next thing you know, you look at your schedule, you look at your calendar, and every single day is packed with everybody else's shit. And there's no space for your stuff. There's no space for you. There's no downtime. There's no time for you just to enjoy your own moment. Or, you end up saying yes to something that might be potentially completely out of the ballpark for you, something that you would never do, that you're really not interested in, that might even be painful or not good for you. And I preach this one, and thank you, Corey, for saying preach there, because this is actually a little bit of a preachy thing that I'm going to go on, because I keep hearing from people, oh, thank you for telling me that, giving me permission to go do that. Thank you for making me aware that I just need to step in. Well, I'm going to go step in this great big, furnace over here, this great big fire. I'm going to go step in the fire, and I'm going to do it, even though it doesn't feel good, even though I know it's not in alignment to me. But you said just step in, so I'm going to just step in, and I'm going to just say, yeah, I'm going with that, even though I know I'm scared. I know it might potentially be dangerous. I know it might be really not good for me, but I'm never going to be ready. So therefore, I'm going to step into it anyway. I just need to act now. I'm going to act now. That's that person that's just there's sharks down below, and you just jump off the fucking cliff, and you just jump right into the mouth of the shark. You're like, I'm never going to be ready to jump into the mouth of the shark, so I'm just going to do it. And you just run and cover your eyes and jump. It's still a shark. It's still a fucking shark that you're jumping into its mouth. Have a freaking clue, and don't jump into the mouth of a shark. Like, if something really is not in alignment, if it really does not feel good at that level, if there is no turn on, and I do use the word here, turn on to that, which means desire to actually want to do it. If you are only doing it to please somebody else or to prove that you can, then fuck it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Learn to say no, because that no is going to be a yes to you. And I guess that's probably going to be my message of Conscious Coffee for who knows how long, because I've gotten really irritated at the message of, oh, well, this is what I should be doing, so I'm going to start saying yes to life, because I do preach, like, being a fuck yes to things is being a fuck yes to things, right? And to move through and to have that fuck yes life, you have to be more in the yes energy. But that yes energy does not mean that you're saying yes to everybody and everything just to say yes. Yes means to say yes to the things and to the people, the experiences, the moments that are yes for you. So be a yes to you and to you only. And that's the only fucking yes that you ever need to listen to, is the yes that you are to yourself. And if you're not a yes to something, then stand in it and be a yes to yourself and say no, because that's where you're going to find your power. That's where you're going to find your turn on. That's where you're going to say, I love myself enough to respect myself, to honor myself. And in that loving of myself, there's going to be more of me to give to everybody else. And guess what? Everybody's going to respect you so much more too. If you actually just grow a pair, people are going to respect you. You don't have to do it in a bitchy asshole fashion. You just state the truth. No, I'm not a no. I'm not a yes to that. I'm really, that just doesn't, it doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. I'm a no. And carry on. Go do you. And that act of doing you, which means being a yes to you, is going to carry you deeper into love, deeper into that expansion, deeper into finding yourself. But just realize that you need to always, always, always ask yourself, am I coming from a place of ego, or am I coming from a place of heart and soul? Am I coming from where I've got all these thoughts that are coming in that are saying, oh, I should do this because of blah, 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 or I shouldn't do this because of blah, 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 blah. Okay? You've got to decipher ego from heart. You have to get to the point of being able to recognize your ego at least 25% of the time, and then grow that to 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You're never going to be 100%. Accept it. You will never, ever, ever get to 100% of ego recognition. Not going to happen. Never going to happen. So just, throw that one out the door. You're never going to kill your ego, nor do you want to kill your ego. Your ego is there to actually support you and teach you in different ways. Learn to love your ego. Learn to toss it breadcrumbs in different ways and go, I'm going to feed my ego. Yep, that was me feeding my ego right there. Like, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Just don't overfeed your ego by constantly giving of yourself and doing different things, or acting from that ego space of that needing for approval, that pride, that desire to always receive and not to share. And I do say the word share again, because sharing and giving are two different things. Sharing is this way where things are definitely back and forth, but it is more about you sharing and giving in that expansion of just wanting to send out this energy, that heart space. There is no need for whomever you are sharing with to give back. Where giving is more like a commerce, you could say. I give to you and you give to me, and there's this expectation of each other getting something from it. In the act of sharing from that space of heart, space of love, we share with a knowing, with a certainty that God has our back, the universe has our back, and that's where our blessings are coming from anyway, is from the divine. It's not coming from somebody giving it to me, and especially not this person that I might be sharing with right now. I might give here, I might share here, but my blessings may come from these 10 people over here that I don't even know yet. It's just going to pour in. And I'm just going to hold certainty that that's happening. Not doing this but because I know that the universe has my back, and that this makes me feel good, sensation, warmth, opens my heart, expansion, love, all of that stuff. Not, you're going to make me feel good by going, you're such a nice person, thank you so much. Yeah, no, that right there is the ego. Goodness, I feel like I'm done. I think I'm done. There's the preach for this morning, right? There's the preach. I see a few people on. Miga and Eric and Corey, and I saw a whole bunch of other people. Hi, Jason. A whole bunch of other people on here. Jordy and Addison. Patrick, hey. Hey, Michael. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I didn't quite take the opportunity to say hi as I saw you guys popping in. So I'm saying good morning right now. And that makes me feel so good. And yeah, I'm such a good person for getting my ass up and doing this in the morning, right? No, just don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, really, give yourself a test of trying to just act on seeing if you can find 1 or 2 opportunities today. Give yourself 2 opportunities today to see if you can connect with somebody and share with them from this space. And I encourage you to make it somebody that you're never going to see again. Okay, because it's a little bit easier to feel it, and to also recognize the ego that's going to rise up from it. And what it is to go out and find an act of sharing that you can do to to give to somebody that cannot return the favor to you. That cannot return the favor to you. So the trick here is to share with somebody who cannot return anything to you, so that you are more likely to have a true act of sharing. And then witness your ego go freaking crazy and try to pat yourself on the back in your own head. And I want you just to catch yourself patting yourself on the back. I want you to pay attention to the thoughts that will come up. So like if you give $20 to the homeless man, okay, and the homeless man can't give you shit, he might just thank you, right? Pick a blind homeless man so he doesn't even hear you putting the money in the pot or something, okay? Like that. So you don't even get that response of thank you from them, because you kind of want it to be little to no return, okay? Something that you can do that. And then just pay attention to the thoughts and the feelings that are triggered by that, and see if you can start to separate ego from heart out of doing a kind act during the holiday season. I mean, the holiday season is a really, really valuable season to actually catch the ego and to learn about the ego, because we have so many opportunities to give, to share, and it's a beautiful teaching ground of, hey, this is where my ego's at. Oh, wow, I just heard my ego say this. I just heard my ego say that. I heard my ego say this. And notice that if you don't feed your ego what your ego does, you're going to feel like your ego is doing a total 3-year-old tantrum in your being. It's going to throw its fists around. It's going to throw itself down on the ground, and it's going to kick, and it's going to scream, and it's going to say, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. It's going to want that. You're such a good person. Yeah, I don't have to tell anybody about it, but I'm going to pat myself on the back right now. And like, I was a really good act that I did. Like, I'm so proud of myself for giving that. That's your ego. That's your ego, okay? So just take that little test drive. Go give. Make it a mission. One person. Go give that you cannot get anything back from them. Give to them. And then experience your ego and start to really witness it for what it has to say, and see how greedy that little bastard is that's running around in your head. And the more you witness it, the more you pay attention to what it's saying and its messages, and you start to be able to hear its voice, it's going to allow you to be able to separate its voice from your soul's voice, so that you can get truly into soul alignment. Okay, so there you go. There's the message of today. As always, I love you guys. Thank you for watching, everybody who popped on. I will be on here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning will be another Conscious Coffee morning. I will not be on Thursdays. And some Fridays I will, but I don't know. We'll see how Friday goes. You can always follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. I have a whole bunch of stuff coming out. I am taking these videos and I'm uploading them to YouTube also. So for people who can't access me here on my personal Facebook, I am sharing them over to my coaching page. And I also am putting them out in newsletters. I'm putting them on YouTube. And I really just appreciate everybody. I've really enjoyed being over here with you guys. There's so much more activity over here and people are more awake, I think. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you for joining me this morning. Again, follow me on www.kendalwilliams.com. Make sure you check out my articles. Make sure you check out my programs page. I have a whole bunch of stuff going on. I am giving away 2 months worth of coaching right now. And that is an extension of 2 months of private one-on-one coaching with me to any of my Fuck Yes Life and my Orgasmic Life coaching programs. So if you've ever wanted to work with me and you're like, oh my gosh, I really would like to work with her, but I can't really afford her and all this good stuff. Now, granted, I did lower my prices, but what I am doing is I'm adding on a full 2 months worth of coaching. So if you actually break that down over the course of time, I lowered my prices a shit ton just for the holiday season. But those specials are running only until Christmas morning, and then they're gone, and once January rolls around, well, whole bunch of clients come in. We normally get, us coaches, we get this onslaught of people coming in December and in January. So I keep telling people, I'm like, if you want to do this, you better do it now, because I only have like 6 spots open. And, you know, I know it's Christmas time, but at least get your ass in, get started, and take advantage of the deal that I am providing with the 2 months worth of free, which is over $800 worth of coaching that I'm giving. Plus, I'm giving away a free program, online program with that as well. So there's a whole bunch of value over that. You can check that out on my website at www.kendalwilliams.com, and there is a tab right there that says 2 months free coaching. Really, you know, it's like really simple to find. So go explore that. Make sure you fill out the application. I'd love to work with anybody. There is definitely no reason. I do work with people all over the United States and even around the world. There is a way for us to connect, okay? So hope to see you in a coaching program, connecting if that feels in alignment to your soul, which we want to get you into alignment to your soul, right? And create that fuck yes life, which is the exercise of today, to go and experience your ego and just be able to figure out ego versus heart and soul. Where's it at? Go listen to your ego and see what it has to say. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will catch you tomorrow morning for another Conscious Coffee.